Hello, and welcome to part 2 of 2020 Visioning.
Welcome.
On this segment, on this part or section, we are going to talk about what influences the subconscious mind as far as when you are developing your vision board, or your vision, not vision board, your vision as a family. This is where it's different. And my husband was talking about
The Masaru.
yeah, he was about to speak about the Masaru Emoto, who's a Chinese, ne?
It's a Japanese
scientist. Yeah. Over to you.
So, there's something very powerful that this man discovered. His name is Dr. Masaru Emoto. He's a scientist based in Japan. So there's been an investigation about what water is and how it impacts us and so on. I'm sure those who are techno-savvy would know that recent developments in Silicon Valley and in a lot of these techno-savvy places, it has been discovered that a drop of water can hold so much information, as opposed to like your terabytes, and like you're talking, a whole lot of big terabytes of information that a small drop of water can hold. But that's a topic for another day. So, the issue about Masaru Emoto, what he did, this guy did an amazing experiment that always helps me to reference what I allow to influence me. He took 2 cups of water. The 1 cup of water he placed in front of a speaker of playing rock music, and the other cup of water he put in front of another speaker singing classical music. Amazingly, what happened is he froze those 2 cups of water, and then after freezing them, he took a microscopic glass or other mechanism, and then he looked into how the 2 cups had crystallized, and he realized something amazing, that the rock music cup, the crystals were disorganized, unclean, and very much ugly. There was no form of pattern to them. But then while the other cup, which was classical, it was beautiful, well crystalled. It had a pattern to it. And it's amazing because now he had to actually take the experiment further. He decided to take the rock music water, and he gave it to some monks to speak positive affirmations over, and it transformed, because now as he refroze it again, he checked the crystallizations, and he found they were actually beautiful, similar to the ones that classical music. And then he took the experiment further to say, okay, if music could do that, what about words? And then negative words to the 1 cup, positive words to the other cup. And then the results were similar, because the positive words, love, joy, peace, resulted in a beautiful crystals, beautiful patterned crystals, whilst the other one with ugly words, hate, envy, jealousy, came up with very ugly crystals. And then he took it another step further. Similar arrangement.
In fact, if you have to Google, even here on YouTube or on Google, you will find the experiments. In fact, Masaru Emoto. Masaru.
All right, we've written it here. Check it here. Yeah. Okay.
No, we haven't.
No, I'll edit it.
Okay.
Okay, and then he went for the music, for the sound, and then he went lastly to writing down negative and positive. Okay, and then the results actually showed what we experienced before. What does that have to do with us? What does water have to do with us as human beings? It has been confirmed already. The human body is 75% water. Like as she sits like this, she's 75%. As I sit like this, 75% water. Some human beings are even 80% water.
And babies?
Babies are even more, maybe 90. I don't know. you know. And the brain is 80% water. And then it's sitting on water. Inside your head, there's water. So all those teachers, they're actually telling the truth, because all of us have got water inside our heads. So it means the words you hear, the music you listen to, impacts the crystallization of your attitude, the crystallization of your reality, the crystallization of how you perceive life. And that is the importance, the significance of this experiment of Dr. Masaru Emoto. Because through that we know how different energies attached to certain activities influence our behaviors. So going back to the visioneering, with that in mind, back to you, Ms. Kat.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. So now that we know who we are and what influences us, and the crystallization, as my hubster has just explained, is the reality, the manifestation.
Anyway, yeah,
the oh yeah, because my husband is steering some husband, he's, yeah, but not now. Now we're talking about visioneering. We'll have a segment for when we have to talk about the importance of affirming each other not just as individuals, but also as a couple and as a family.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah. So the crystallization of words, of music, of sound, of an environment, of your thoughts plays so much into you deciding on what vision you want to for your family
and what materializes in your life.
Yes. And now, just take a clear look around your life right now. Look at every area of your life and do an audit. Do an audit to see what can you improve, in fact, or what do you like, and continue to build on that. You know what I mean? So what is it that you're going to change going forward? Are you the mom that is never home? And there's nothing wrong with being never home, but that's the whole point of why you became a mom, to spend time with your family, with your children,
and influence them,
because the Masaru Emoto experiment is happening with or without you. So how about you becoming a dad that's aware and informed and exposed to what your children are reading, what your children are watching, what games are they playing, what is it that you are doing towards the crystallization of your reality, of your manifestation as an individual and as a family. So just taking a look around there, and going to that is that Masaru Emoto did the experiment of taking water, putting it in front of music, rock music, your classical music, praying, and not so good words, So those are, we can take that as habits. Us as human beings, that forms our DNA eventually, is that we are creatures of habits.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you're coming now to saying your vision, start there and say, okay, now my values are that I want to love. And what are the habits? What are the habits that can support love? My values are, our values as a family, it's being considerate and kind. What are the daily habits? What is that? I've got, in my home, we've got 2 boys and we have 2 females, 2 males and 2 females. Our daily habit of lifting up the toilet seat when they do number 1, that isn't that it? And such habits, you may take it very lightly, but such small habits of saying thank you, may I, making the bed, those are habits of what? Consideration. They build you. They build you and they crystallize you into being that considerate family.
And the other thing about consideration, we come from different backgrounds, my wife and I. So our sense of consideration might be different. And it's very important also that you also are able to, through love, teach each other
That's
what
true.
concept. Like I'll make the example about the issue of the plate, for instance. I mean, you know what, Mom, forgive me. Like, you know, where I grew up, we like it was not a like after eating, you just it was normal to just put the plate there, and whoever was going to wash dishes will just deal with whatever is left on the plate. And it was, I mean, as we grew up, we didn't see that as a problem, you know. But then as when I got married to my wife and we stayed together, I learned, or no, it's part of showing consideration to clear your plate, get a bit of water to cleanse off the things that can make the plate hard, so that the person who will be washing, if it's you, if it's my wife, it's whoever,
The dishwasher.
or the dishwasher, or
It's easy
the
to
lady.
pack the dishwasher. Yeah.
Exactly. So those are some of the dynamics that we deal with as well, in terms of how we also build each other up towards the core foundation, which is love, kindness, and consideration as well. So I mean, obviously there are many things. I mean, and the issue of the toilet seat.
Yes.
Sometimes it happens, or the boys, we do forget maybe, but you know, the sense of, you know, the kindness with which we are reminded helps us to remember
Yes.
for the next time. So those are the examples.
Yeah, so going back to the issue of our habits, those type of habits, they now form what? They
reaffirm the love.
they
that we have
reaffirm
each
the
other.
love, and that gets spread out into other areas of your lives. It's not necessarily just to say that, oh, we're just talking about habits. No. No, this is now becomes a vision. When you are a considerate individual, you become a considerate family. When you become a considerate family, you become a considerate, you build neighbor. You end up having a considerate business, a considerate leader. And that is how you end up building a legacy as a family. So whatever it is that you also embark on now, individually or as a family, if it's business, if it's your respective careers in the family, you end up growing like that. Even as adults, your children, as they grow to become young adults, teenagers, like we've got a 13-year-old, and she's now growing. We are always reminding her now, because a lot of things are happening to her. We're always reminding her of these values, so that as she grows, and the younger brother is still just moved out from toddler stage, he's now 8, and now he's now becoming an individual, an individual, that she becomes a little bit impatient with him, and we remind her, Hore Nana, kindness. Remember kindness, because now if when you are kind like that and you're considerate like that, you end up becoming brother and sister that is considerate. One day, business partners, considerate. A legacy that is considerate. So you may take these habits as small as that's simple, but no, our habits our habits form us, crystallize us to becoming great beings, mediocre beings, average beings, you know. So just be aware. Be aware of your daily habits, the thoughts. Remember, our body is also listening to our thoughts. Remember, the water was on rock music. So wow, water has memory, has ears. So our body is listening to our thoughts. So let's learn to be kind to each other, to one another. So when you're building your vision, have those principles in mind, that I yes, you can write that you want your family to be king, trillionaires, billionaires, whatever, but remember that there must be, the foundation of it should be built on your core values as a family. Yeah. So yes, that is now this part. On the next video, we'll talk about, I forgot. We'll talk about how to work together. How to bring it together, how to bring this vision together, how to practically, I mean, we all have our different methods and personalities, how to work together to bring this vision together. And perhaps my husband will also share his vision that he has for us as a family. And he just give you an idea. It will all be unique. It doesn't have to be, yeah. Thank you for watching. Remember to kindly subscribe, to share, to like, to comment, and yes, let's have such conversations. I like them, and I think we need this. We need this as a
as a nation.
as a family, as a community, and as a nation, and as the world. We need to have such types of conversations so that we are really deliberate in our lives. Thank you. Subscribe, share, please. Thank you.
And you did well. How many people now? From 36 to 150,
48.
8,000. Wow.
Wow, yeah, soon it will be 100K.
You are the girl.
You know.
Thank
you so much. Thank you so much. And let us know to bring such more content. I've got quite a lot of topics that we want to cover. So yes, part 3, how to work together. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.